Hello class of 2023. Now that we are approaching the placement cycle for your batch, that is the placement 2022-2023, we are going to talk about the significance of aptitude test. So to share their insights, we have our very senior placement managers, and let's hear from them. So we have our placement team. They're very experienced placement managers. We have Mr. Swagat Das, Ms. Shubha Rohit, and Mr. Philip Jacob. So what we want to share some information to the class of 2023 regarding aptitude test. In the last couple of years, we have seen that most of the companies, they are falling back on the aptitude test as a preliminary screening, right? In view of that, as we are starting the placement cycle, what would be your message to the batch of 2023?
Hi class. Precisely to talk about the aptitude test, there is no other means of getting, clearing your aptitude test rather than practicing it as many as possible. Because we have seen it from the past 2-3 years, to be precise. Majority of companies who visit IBS Bangalore for the campus hiring prospects have been looking at aptitude test as the initial screening round. And this is where majority of students miss out on an opportunity because they are not able to clear the aptitude test. So this would be possible if in case you can practice as many aptitude tests as possible, which you can freely find online in the Google or any other sites for that matter. So practice is what is the most important thing when it comes to aptitude test.
Okay. And we are also soon starting, in fact we are starting today, our the aptitude training. So they should be regularly attending and practicing those tests. Yeah,
definitely. Yes.
So Mr. Philip Jacob, your thoughts on aptitude test?
Oh yes, wishing you all the best. First of all, let me just wish all the students who are going to participate in the campus program, class of 2023, all the very best. May the Lord Almighty be with them to take a decision which is very crucial for them. In fact, I have seen this as a disconnect. Whenever a candidate is interested for a particular company, they absolutely do not have any idea about the process. And this process is so very important because by the time they reach the final interview level, they have to actually clear these processes. And one such process which always have been a thorn in our flesh is aptitude test. So I believe this has a lot of importance, and when I say the most critical part of this particular process is how do you race against the time. You have to manage to answer it in a way that you are accurate, number one. At the same time, you have to be quick. Now, I have seen many students, they feel complacent saying that I have been practicing it, so I have a fair idea what exactly should be the way out or the strategy what they have to use when they participate in such kind of an aptitude test. Having said that, with due respect to such students, you need to understand how you will fare in a controlled environment. It's very different. If you're practicing it on your own in a closed room with no disturbance, with no clocks ticking, it's very easy. But when you're in a controlled environment, when you have a timer on the screen and you have others who are going to participate in that room, it makes a lot of difference. So I think that is important. You need to see that you have to control yourself in that particular scenario. So what you need to do is to learn the tricks. How do you solve a 45 minutes aptitude test in the shortest period of time?
And
so
that is one thing that this aptitude training that we are initiating is going to help them.
Absolutely, you have all your bullseye on that. In fact, the trainers, what we are trying to get it from the training vendor who's going to start the aptitude test, I think starting 30th of June. I believe They will help you understand how you have alternate ways and means of solving a particular problem, which otherwise might take quite some time of your time.
Yeah.
So I think that trick is something which you should learn, and this training program which you're going to start, you should not even miss a single one. Wishing
Okay.
you all the best for that.
Okay. So, Mr. Swagat Das, your thoughts about your experience in the last few years about students' performance on aptitude test.
Right. Hello everyone. Some similar thoughts. I think my colleague have already told you the importance. By now, all of you would have heard a lot of things. The importance of aptitude test. So I am going to touch upon a significant aspect of aptitude test, which is very important. Is the sectional cutoffs. So invariably, we have seen some companies, especially some of the MNCs, when they conduct the aptitude test, they have sectional cutoffs. So some of you might be good in one of the sections, but it's also important for all of you to score equally good in all the sections. For you to be able to qualify, you need to score the minimum threshold that is expected in all the sections. So it's all the more important for all of you to take this aptitude test, trainings very, very seriously, because this will help you improve on certain sections where you may think you are not good at. And I'll also take the example of companies like KPMG, where many of our students who were aspiring to getting into KPMG, but unfortunately because of the sectional cutoffs, many of them could not qualify. So this is a sincere request to all of you who are trying to get into your dream companies. Making it to the aptitude test is going to be very, very crucial for all of you. All the best.
Okay. So now, students, you have heard, from the experienced professionals that we have in the placement team, the significance of aptitude test. So as we are starting this training from 30th June, please ensure that you make the most of this opportunity in order to be prepared for such kind of test, which will be, of course, invariably you will be facing those in this placement process. So thank you so much and wish you all the best.